When I eat my breakfast, I like to read the nutrition facts on the back of the cereal box. But recently, I was eating breakfast and was thinking about getting my next mRNA COVID-19 booster. So of course, I checked the nutrition facts on the back of the vaccine and it was a little jarring. The list of stuff in the COVID vaccine is actually pretty short, but there were some things I wasn't sure if I'd seen before, like 2-polyethylene glycol 2000 NN ditetracyclocetamide, or 1,2-diasterol S-N-glycerol 3-phosphocholine. Like, I don't know about you, but I read the cereal boxes because I like to see what's going on in my body. What are those funky molecules? To find out, I got to tracking down a science specialist. Today, I'm gonna go meet some scientists from the Vanderbilt Vaccine Center to explain to me what those huge words were that I saw in the back of my COVID-19 nutrition facts.
My name is Lauren Walker, and I am a fifth-year grad student in the Georgiev Lab at Vanderbilt.
My name is Alexandra Abu-Shmais, and I'm a fourth-year student in the Georgiev Lab.
Intros are great, and these two scientists were especially cool, but I came to ask what they saw on that list of ingredients.
So I recognize mRNA, the main components. There are various lipids and salts here, also some sugars, and I guess some acid stabilizers.
Pause. Did she say lipids? That sounds like a Bi-Sci 1510 course unit. What are lipids doing here?
So the fats are in the vaccine because they need to deliver the message to your cells. So the message is what your body uses to build the immune response, and the fats are what kind of encapsulate the message and bring it to your cells.
Wow. It turns out those huge words from earlier, like 1,2-diasterol S-N-glycerol 3-phosphocholine, are really just fats. And these fats act like packages to deliver the mRNA ingredients of the vaccine. But what do fats have to do with delivery? Well, lipids, which make up fats, have a super unique structure. We call this side with all the oxygen and phosphates the head. Because it has all these charged heads that molecules like water can bind to, we call it the hydrophilic head, which translates to water-loving head. Lipids also have these long hydrogen and carbon tails that don't have any room to be bonding with water. We call these hydrophobic. These tails are why we see oil, which is a fat, float on water. One cool thing scientists have found is that when you completely submerge lipids in water, the lipids form a special structure to make sure that hydrophobic tails don't meet the water and that the hydrophilic heads can make all the bonds with water that they want. These lipids just formed into a ball, and we can call this a micelle. Hydrophobic ends are pointing in and avoiding the water, and the hydrophilic heads are pointing out towards the water. Another way lipid tails avoid water is by hiding flat with other tails. To protect their sides, they will also curl up into a ball. This type of ball shape, with two layers of hydrophilic heads on the outside and a layer of hydrophilic heads on the inside, is called a liposome. Why do we care that a liposome or a micelle exists? Well, scientists were clever enough to find out that these spheres were excellent ways to encapsulate material. In fact, to transport material like proteins or mRNA, our cells naturally use a mix of lipids and spheres to package and transport molecules. In the lab, liposomes in micelles are super useful for delivering fragile vaccine material like mRNA and other drugs into our system.
It actually forms like a shell and carries a little mRNA baby.
So in the Georgiev Lab, we don't do lipid research directly. We're more so on the side of vaccine development, but a pretty big push in the field right now is to use lipids as a shuttle for delivery of various vaccine components. So my thesis research is aimed at interrogating why an antibody recognizes one target but not another.
So my research focuses on studying the antibody response or the immune response to HIV infection or vaccination, and then using this data to hopefully develop a preventative vaccine or better therapeutics.
Yeah, so if you're interested in vaccine design or various parts of the immune system, I would definitely check out the Georgiev Lab. We do take undergrads.
Now, when I'm at the doctor's getting ready for my next COVID booster, I can be confident knowing exactly what's in that vaccine and how it's working. If you want to learn about the other parts of the vaccines, or help create the next one, maybe you should track down a scientist today too.